I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. If you'd like to get either a Vedic Astrology or a tarot reading from me, you can do so at my website. It'll be linked down in the description box below. Well, let's get into the Sagittarius. So, Jupiter's going to be transiting into Aries, which is your 5th house, on April 21st of this year. It'll be there for about a year. But before we talk about the transit in Aries, let's talk about what Jupiter did last year when it was in Pisces for you. Alright, so Jupiter is your 1st and 4th lord, and sitting in your 4th house in Pisces. Okay, so 4th house represents your mother, it represents your home, your vehicles, your comfort and happiness. So, your relationship with your mother would have been better last year. Things at home would have been good. Your home life would have been better than it normally is. You could have gotten a new home, gotten a new car. Maybe your car didn't have as many maintenance issues as it normally does. You would have found more comfort last year. But that's what Jupiter would have been doing when it was in Pisces. Let's talk about what it's doing now that it's moved into Aries. Okay, so first off, Jupiter represents expansion. It's sitting here with Rahu. Rahu is naturally explosive energy. So Jupiter being with Rahu, you'll see an explosive expansion. Also, Saturn has a third aspect here. Okay, so Jupiter and Saturn are the two largest physical planets, and Rahu and Ketu are the karmic north and south nodes of the moon. These are the 4 planets with the most significant impact in our lives, especially in transit. Now, Rahu and Ketu aren't physical planets, they're shadow points, but either way, they have a very significant impact on us. So, Aries is going to receive this very significant impact for every ascendant and moon sign. So, for Sagittarius, it's your 5th house. So, 5th house represents fun and games, children, it's romance, it's creativity, it's education. So this house is going to receive a massive expansion. You'll have more fun this year. You could have children this year, if your planetary time period's allowing. If you aren't already in a relationship, you could begin a relationship because this house represents a romance. 5th house is also speculative gains, like stock market, gambling. So you could gain through that during this time. Now Jupiter being your 4th lord of comfort and happiness, the romance you find during this time, the children you will have comfort and happiness through those areas of life. You could begin new education during this time. Jupiter naturally represents education, and 5th house is education. So you could definitely start some new course, get a degree. Like, that's all very possible right now. Now, Jupiter's aspects. Let's talk about these. So Jupiter is going to aspect the sign of Leo, your 9th house, sign of Libra, your 11th house, and Sagittarius, your 1st house. Alright, so Jupiter's aspect to the 9th house. 9th house represents your father, your teachers, your gurus, your guides. 9th house is higher education. So 5th house is basically high school up to a bachelor's degree. The 9th house is anything beyond a bachelor's degree. Master's, doctorate. the education that you can't find at a college. It's like your spiritual guru, your religious guru. Ninth house is also the law and religion, philosophy. Ninth house is long distance travel. So if you're in the U.S., it could be from East Coast to West Coast. Doesn't necessarily have to be to foreign lands. So, ninth house is also publishing. So Jupiter having its aspect here. Your relationship with your father will improve. As a matter of fact, your education will be very good during this time. Jupiter being in the 5th house, aspecting the 9th house, both are the houses of education. Education will be very good right now. You could also travel during this time. You could move. That's possible. Although, more than likely that would have happened last year. Depending on your planetary time period. Jupiter being here, you'll be more interested in religion. If you didn't have, belief in gods, goddesses, or just religion in general, if you were atheist or agnostic, you'd be more inclined towards those things in this year. Now, Jupiter's aspect on the 11th house. 11th house is your elder siblings. It's your friends. It's your large network circles. It's gains. It's gain of status. 11th house is also stock market. So you will gain financially during this transit. Your relationship with your friends will improve. Your relationship with your elder sibling will be better. And they'll be protected. Jupiter is a good planet for you. Jupiter, if it can't bless you, it'll at least try to protect you. You could also make new friends during this time. Now, Jupiter's aspect on your 1st house. This is going to be the best aspect of this transit for you, because Jupiter is going to be aspecting its own sign of Sagittarius. So, 1st house represents you, it's your body, it's your path in life overall. So your health is going to improve with this aspect. What you learn will increase as well. Jupiter being in the 5th house of education, 9th house of higher education, aspecting it, and aspecting your 1st house. 1st house represents your brain. So you will learn more during this time. That's the biggest thing with Jupiter being in the 1st, 5th, or 9th house, is you learn a lot. Your health will improve as well. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. And if you like my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me and the channel out. And I'll catch you in the next one.